I believe that every community is really identified by its arts. Music, theater, ballet, opera. Every important city in the world has the great fabric of cultural life to enhance its existence and to help identify it.
It's the rare city in this country that has major institutions in all those disciplines. Now, what's that say about us? I think it says that we enjoy the arts, that we're well educated.
It's a receptivity and an attitude about, I think, having a full life that is, I connect very strongly with Seattle.
We're independent thinkers, and as independent thinkers, we become a very important arts community.
And I think we're fortunate to live in a city that values artists, the role of arts, and the role of culture in defining who we are and giving us that sense of place.
So we have an artistically diverse and active and vibrant community, and you can't miss it. There's art of all types everywhere.
People here believe that the arts matter, and people like the wonderful students that come out of Cornish and the people who work at Cornish teaching artists actually prove that artists make a big difference.
Seattle, from its earliest time, had a pretty ambitious cultural focus, and I think the Cornish School was a really important part of that.
Cornish is a place that encourages people to expand their horizons artistically.
It's a contemporary institution, and yet it has this long-standing history in Seattle.
When you look at what has passed through that school and the people who have passed through it during its history, it's really quite remarkable.
You think about artists like Mark Tobey, who taught there, and Merce Cunningham, John Cage, really people who went on to have international reputations, who had their training there.
Well, I went when Miss Cornish was there, and it seemed to me I went to school from 8 in the morning till 6 at night. But it didn't seem like school to me. I know it was difficult. I didn't know anything about art that way at all. But this introduction over those 2 years has remained forever as a part of my life. And it was her spirit. It was Aunt Nellie's spirit that she was forever concerned that the students were not taking advantage of what was there for them. I think she thought I was taking advantage of too much. I'm very grateful for it because it brought me a connection not with a single art, but with all of them. When I see a show of paintings now by young painters and the painters whom I know, and how their work reflects what we live in, not something else, but the kind of society we live in, given what it is, and they reflect it in their way. Same thing with music, and I think working with Cage, I think the same thing has happened with my work, that it, in whatever way it does, it reflects the time I live in.
Somebody had a vision that we had to really be a truly first-class community. We had to have the arts, and that was Nellie Cornish, who started a school.
She came to Seattle, and how she got Seattle to do what she did, to build the building, and to have it for students with all of these arts, it's phenomenal. I think that it really was this thing of having some kind of experience about the different arts that has given me in my life an outside way of going to see things which I might never have done.
This was very much a part of what Nellie Cornish envisioned for the school, is that you would have many disciplines operating under one roof.
The way the campus had been pieced together over the years, it was very hard for Cornish to feel like they were able to create a multidisciplined community.
We really needed to make a move into downtown Seattle, into a neighborhood that is expanding and growing by itself, but we are now helping to enrich that expansion.
When you think about the importance of having that kind of an institution in South Lake Union, you can think about here's tomorrow's Martha Graham or Mark Toby walking around your neighborhood. That's really what Cornish is all about.
The creativity and the talent that comes out of Cornish on a regular basis infuses and alters this community in so many ways.
This is a very valuable thing to have in our community, because you always need in any profession the infusion of new talent to sustain the art form.
I think that we're a much better community as a result of having that kind of constant regeneration of artists. And that's what Cornish does for all of us.
Having worked in the theater all over the country, I've never actually been in a city that had an institution like Cornish.
Cornish has had a unique role in the development of the artistic life of this community, going back to Nellie Cornish's original vision, and that incredible statement that that vision makes about what a first-class community needs to really be a progressive first-class city.
Cornish is the one who's making it happen, you know, in the most exciting way.
I think the future bodes very well for Cornish, and its role in the community is without question extraordinary and valuable to all of us.